going on with my peoples out there? Excuse me, my voice is a little harsh. I was watching this fight tonight. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. So with all the yelling and all of that stuff there, I kind of lost my voice. But normally, hold on for a second, peoples. Hello.
Yeah. What I was saying was, if she don't, then I'm gonna be stuck out here until Monday morning because my bus is running tomorrow, and I know you gotta leave tomorrow.
Nah, shit changed. That's why I said holla at me. Them motherfuckers might not even be celebrating their anniversary.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna bring you up over there and when we leave here if you were.
Yeah, what time y'all leaving?
That I don't know.
Just hit me. Make sure I'm up.
All right.
All right. Yeah, though. Y'all see this back here? I wish I had those that was talking that crazy shit around me right now. Y'all see that back there? I let everybody know that was going to happen. It was going to be the same outcome. One thing, you never bet against black is what they say. That's a fucking lie. That applied back in the days. But now, these new days, these loudmouth niggas, yeah. Can't just be loud without showing and proving. And he didn't do that. See, I follow boxing. And to be honest, the competition that he's fought has not been the elite competition at my age in fighting and boxing that I've seen in my life. So much respect to Deontay Wilder, to his coaching staff, to his team. But I saw the holes in everything that he was doing. For one, you cannot go get a fighter that has not been successful, that cannot figure out other fighters, and that's how you know he has not been successful. You can't go get him to be your trainer. Where you messed up, Deontay, was kicking the guy, the trainer that had you. You've been with him all these years. You've been a champion, pardon my language. You lose one fight, you blame him. You tell him that he's the reason. When it's no man's reason, the only time it's your reason is when you're doing it yourself. So you can't blame the man that's trying to give you a strategy or tools or a plan to surpass or accomplish the feat that you're trying to accomplish, but you fired him. But then you go hire a guy that you knocked out and beat, that you barely hit. I saw the close-ups and the replays, and that'll be on part 2. If anybody got something to say, I'll show you that to prove it. He hit you in a shoulder. You went down, never got up. Tyson Fury, you fought him too. Sparring, in a ring, whatever, he demolished you. My thing is this: why would you dump the trainer that's been with you from the beginning, that is a big part of you being the Bronze Bomber? Because I don't respect that name, the Bronze Bomber. You disrespected the Bronze Bomber, the Bronx Bomber. You disrespected by coining that phrase because you fought nobody. It's not one heavyweight that you fought besides the Cuban cat, King Kong. That's it. No one will go down in history that you fought on that battle to get that belt. Excuse me, not those, that belt. See, the thing with boxing is a lot of people are starting to be exposed. Love Anthony Joshua, he's being exposed. The only reason Anthony Joshua is losing like he is because he's trying to be something other than he was when he came into the boxing scene. Now, Anthony Joshua, you came in the Olympics, you was looked at as a boxer. But for some reason, when you get in there with a smaller opponent, you assume that you're a brawler. It's not your bag, bro. Period. But let's get back to the subject at hand. Now, I've had a lot of my buddies, as a black man, the first thing that they gonna say is, nigga, he black, I'm going for the black man. Okay, I understand that. And I heard the sayings that you never bet against black. But considering the life that I live, I tried a little boxing, I tried a little of this and that. I dabbled in a lot of athletic venues. And if you are a student, a lover, and a follower of the combat sport of boxing, then you could see before they even fought that this was a bad fight for Deontay Wilder. For one, what people keep forgetting is that Tyson Fury was a champion. And he was a champion at the end of the greats run when it was still a few greats out there. Tyson Fury did that. Yes, the Gypsy King. That's what he did. The Gypsy King did that. He earned those belts with better opposition, against better opposition. Sagging with my cousin, oh man, I love you. You always gonna be with me, baby. But he was mismatched, outmatched from the gate. It was nothing that he could do. When you only got that one weapon, for instance, that's like me going to war and I got an AK. Everybody else got 22 rifles. Of course, if my AK bullet hits the mark in a hell of 22 bullets, it's going to do more damage when it hits the target. 22 bullets aren't going to do that much. So I could be shooting with an AK, and it could be 100 dudes shooting with 22 caliber guns, and I got 100 rounds for those 100 people shooting those 22 caliber guns, but I got an AK. Once that AK bullet hits you, it's going to do a lot more damage. And that's what Deontay Wilder basically ran into. I hate to say it, because like they said, we stick with our people, but I stick with truth. I stick with truth. I stick with style. I stick with honesty. And I stick with talent. No disrespect to Deontay Wilder, but your talent level came too late. You weren't ready for the level and opposition of boxing that you faced. Much props to Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber, and all the kudos and love to the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. It's a lot of things, a lot of variables that go into this sport of boxing. For one, you got to understand who he came up under and what gym he came out of. He came out of the gym of one of the greatest tacticians, boxers, and trainers that ever came around, Emanuel Stewart. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe that he had a chance to learn a few things from Emanuel before Emanuel passed. Now he has Emanuel's son. The one man that has all of his dad's secrets, tools. He was the closest to his dad, and he learned next to the fighters that his dad trained. So what I will say is that Deontay Wilder was outmatched. I respect his heart. I respect his game. Your skill level is not par to the upper echelons, like I always tell people. He did that. He got the belt. He defended it like a mug. But the one thing that people never paid attention to was the fact that Deontay Wilder got those belts in an era when it wasn't no major heavyweights, not no big names. I mean, I can't think of one heavyweight besides one maybe that he fought that will go down in the Boxing Hall of Fame or in history as a great heavyweight fighter or champion, besides King Kong. So I got to give all kudos to my boy Tyson Fury, the Gypsy King. You know what I'm saying? That guy's a great fighter. Like I said, one thing that everybody, these fight enthusiasts that say they're fight enthusiasts, don't know because they don't really follow these fighters. Tyson Fury was the man. Life, drug addiction, and alcohol took his championships away from him. Not a man. He fought Deontay Wilder after being on a layoff for 3 years, fresh off a couch, his first fight with the Bronze Bomber, so he calls himself. 2 years, 3 years, depression, drug abuse, alcoholism. This is what this man was going through when Deontay Wilder and his crew thought it was going to be an easy win. When he lost the first fight, the knockdown doesn't guarantee your win, Deontay. You had a knockdown, they gave it to you. He told you what was going to happen the second fight. He accomplished that. He told you what was going to happen the third fight. He accomplished that. From one brother to another brother, either retire or figure out what's going on with your skill set, because at your age and as long as you've been fighting, and it shows now with Malik, that it's hard to teach old dogs new tricks. That's not going to happen for you. I suggest that if you're going to continue to fight, you drop down a level. Tighten up them boxing skills. Come back and get it. It's never too late. Deontay, my brother, you was in a war. One thing I will say, whenever I've seen Tyson Fury in a press conference or fighting, you don't hear him cussing, disrespecting another man. The accusations that you imposed on him, I could see that it was a lot of anger there, and he showed it. And all love, brother. But all I can say that you was outclassed, outboxed, and you were taken to school. You know what I'm saying? I'm a realist. All that righteousness that you talk, all of that king black, that's not how it go, brother. And I feel like that you found that out tonight. And I think that was the best thing for you. No love for Anthony Joshua. I also figured that Anthony Joshua was led into believing that he was something that he wasn't. Anthony Joshua, when you were in Olympics, you were known as a boxer. You leave the Olympics, put on all this muscle, and now all of a sudden you believe that you're this slugger that can knock out anybody. That's not true. That's why you're in the same situation you were in with Andy Ruiz again. Now, this rematch, it's not fighting Andy Ruiz. You're fighting the same guy. It's not going to be an easy win. You need to figure out where you want to be, who you are, what type of fighter you are. These are the things that you need to figure out. But we're going to go on back to Deontay. My brother, you set yourself up for failure. I would like to say that first round, maybe second round, you follow Malik's pattern. You follow his game plan. You looked a lot better. But the one thing that a lot of champs said on interviews in different weight classes, great champs, Hall of Famers, was that the key is if Deontay starts to take major punches, starts to get outboxed, is he going to fall back in the same pattern? And we saw that. Maybe in the second round, third round, I could see it. I don't know about you guys, but I could see it. I saw that pattern coming back. Those few months that Malik thought that he could apply to him to try to teach him how to box and move, it didn't work. I watched this man continue to keep his head on the line with a darn near 300-pound, 6'9" heavyweight that was a champion and left the division without the belt because of personal issues. Now, you're going to go in here and try to fight a boxer, and you only got one good move, and that's your jab and your right hand, which doesn't apply with a real fighter, Deontay. And Tyson pretty much put on a clinic on your ass after you dropped him 2 times. Now, he dropped you twice. They gave him 1 knockdown. I saw 2. Just like the second one was a good knockdown, the first one wasn't. I don't count that. The key is that he showed what type of man he was. He showed what type of heart he had. He didn't talk about or make excuses for the loss that he took. All I can tell you, Dante, brother, is that you need to figure it out or sit down, enjoy your money, your family, and your kids. Because now the time of heavyweight is coming back. So if you ain't a heavyweight that have skills, can box, have defense with the power, your time is gone, bro. I love you. But we're going to tap in right quick. And I'm going to talk about this, and I'm going to let y'all see exactly why Deontay went through what he went through and why it was hard for him. I'm going to show you the class levels. I don't own the rights to this. I figured that it was public. It was public information. It was put out here for the public to see. So I thought maybe I could use it. If not, contact me at PmanExact7. Real MF Talk TV. Tap to the people that recorded this, the people that gave us the opportunity to see this media. But we finna check this out now. We finna see what this bronze bomber got, which is nothing, like I told you guys. Love him as a black man, love him as a brother. But as a guy that fought my whole life, tried a little boxing, I read that from the first fight, second fight, third fight, that Deontay wasn't going to be the man to dethrone Gypsy King. That was the man that never lost. His habits took the championships away from him. No man ever took him. He's savvy. He come out of Emmanuel Stewart's gym, trained by the best. If you don't pay attention to his herky-jerky movement, his feints, he don't feint like a white boy ever in the history of boxing. He feints and moves like a savvy, well-groomed, well-seasoned black boxer. You know, no disrespect, not to be racial, but I can't name one white boxer that moves like him. Maybe Marciano had them little herky-jerky moves, but not like Tyson Fury. No white boxer has had the defense that Tyson Fury has. You know what I mean? I see shades of Mayweather's defense in him for a 300-pound, 6'9" man. Deontay Wilder was outmatched from the gate. I don't see nobody in the heavyweight division that could beat Fury on his best day. You know what I mean? This guy's a seasoned, complete fighter. Never lost to a man. The only thing that took the belt from him was his own habits, his own demise, his own destruction. Now he's back. Wilder thought he had an easy win the first fight. You woke up a sleeping giant. You gave him something to fight for. You gave him a reason to prove that he was worthy of the sport that he worthy of the sport that he dedicated his life to. So we're going to tap back in real quick. I'm going to let y'all see a boxing lesson. Now, like I said, Wilder, you know, he's always got that shotgun in that right pocket. So if he fire that shotgun off and it hits you in your side, your body, your head, your leg, your hip, you're going down. The one thing I always told people was that he's never fought a real fighter. He got to fight a real fighter. You know what I mean? Even though Joshua is the best boxer, he's a better boxer than Wilder, and he does have power. So, with that being said, if Wilder could only depend on that against even Anthony Joshua, knowing that Anthony Joshua is a better boxer, fighter, and tactician with knockout power, bro, your time was coming to an end. I say you sit down, enjoy it, or you drop down a couple of levels and reinvent yourself and let real trainers give you the schooling and tutelage that you need. But regardless, though, we're going to get back to this motherfucker getting smacked in his motherfucking chin. I don't like no cocky ass motherfucking boxer. No cocky ass motherfucking fighters. I watch too much fighting and boxing to not be able to deal with cocky fighters. And I say that why I hate a cocky fighter is because you can't be a cocky fighter when you don't have cocky fighter names on your resume. Mayweather, he could do that. He could stay cocky. Tyson, he could be cocky. Holyfield, Lennox Lewis can be cocky. Sugar Shane Mosley, De La Hoya, Bernard Hopkins, Roy Jones, Ali, even Layla Ali. They're worthy of being cocky. My brother Deontay, you started trying to fight late. Someone told you that big right hand, that shotgun right hand was going to be enough. I don't know who told you that fucking lie, first of all. If you're a student and a follower of boxing, Deontay, you should have known that yourself. It shouldn't have took another grown man to tell you that your ass is in the fucking line of fire and you need to learn more. I'll say it like this, Deontay. At 5'10" and you at 6'6", 6'7", I'm 168. Let me get to about 215, 210. I guarantee with my skill level, I'll whoop your ass. You telegraph everything. You depend on your shotgun right hand. And watch, that shotgun right hand is not going to knock out everybody. Everybody takes pressure. The pressure from punch is different. You can't knock out everybody. There's always going to be somebody that's going to eat your bullshit. But anyway, DT Wild, we're going to look at a little bit of this. I just want to know if you guys see what I see. I want to see if you guys see what I see. That's all I want to do. That's all I want to know. Let me see. Y'all seeing this, right? Check it out. Hold on. We're going to go back. We're going to go back to the get-up. These is only highlights. I don't own the rights to none of this visual, none of this music, none of the vocals. I appreciate and thank you for letting me see it and giving it to the public. But since it's out here to the public, I'm going to use it. Check it out. Y'all watch. And I'll talk to you guys about this in a second.
Fighting out of the blue corner, standing 6 feet 7 inches, wearing red trunks with black trim, and hailing from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He weighed in at 238 pounds. The 2008 U.S. Olympic bronze medalist with a sensational professional record of 42.
Y'all checking him out, right? You have to learn to be humble in combat sports. That's it. You have to learn to be humble. If you don't learn to be humble, I don't really know what I can tell you. All I can tell you is that he was outboxed, outmatched, outsized, and the size didn't matter. He was just out-skilled, out-taught, out-bossed. I love Deontay Wilder. I wanted him to win, but what I will tell you is that he didn't know how to be humble. If Deontay would have just been humble, the way he started out, I guarantee he would have did a lot better. But when he did get those lucky shots, I'm not going to say lucky, those skilled shots to knock Tyson down, we saw him revert back to who he was. He assumed that right hand was going to end it. But no, you're fucking with a seasoned fighter, a seasoned champion. How dare you assume that because you knocked him down 2 times that you were going to demolish him? You knocked him down the first fight when you were losing that fight and you got gifted a fight. The second fight, he did exactly what he said, but we're going to take a pause and I'm going to let you see these highlights. That was second round. Check it out. Look. There you go. Hold on. Let's back it up a little bit. Let's go back a little bit. Here we go. Y'all ready? Look at it. Wilder goes down, right? That was set up. That was a set up combination by Tyson Fury. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't the one big booming right hand that I have that wobbled you, weakened you, and gave your legs noodle knees. No, it wasn't none of that. That was skill. But we're going to continue just so I can distinguish and let you guys know and see what's really going on in this boxing world. Round 4, look, check it out. Boom, the right hand. The right hand lands by Wilder, right? The one thing that he has. Fury goes down, right? There we go again. Now that was more of a swipe to the side, pushing down. Fury's legs were already weak. It was nothing he could do. He was already down. But to take nothing from Deontay Wilder, you caught him clean, but we're going to move on. Round 10. Now, come on, guys. I know you guys see the difference in the skill level. Did you see Tyson Fury spin on his pivot, reposition to get a clean right hand shot? We're going to go back. Hold on. I want you guys to see this. Check it out. This is after the second Fury knockdown. Now watch. Hold on. You see him down there, right? Now this is where you see the difference in class, boxing skill, level, and heart. Right here. And it doesn't matter what color your skin is. Of course, we're going to always want to go with our race, our people, but it doesn't matter if you're really, truly a fan of fighting and boxing, any combat sport, then you're going to see it for what it is. And you're going to study and know whoever who is. Check it out. Fury's down on the canvas. Wilder caught him with that big looping right. But I want you guys to notice and see the difference in the skill level, the footwork in a much bigger heavyweight, and how he adjusts, thinks, moves, pivots. Check it out. Round 10. Check it out. Watch it. Look, that duck. Did you see that, people? Did you see the duck under the big looping right? The only thing that Deontay Wilder has. He ducked under the big looping right, pivoted on the ball of his foot, and cleaned it up with a clean right. We're going to go back a little bit. I want you guys to see this. Here we go. Check it out. 10th round. Did you see the footwork of a 6'9", nearly 300-pound man? How he ducked the hard right, pivoted, used his footwork, positioned himself perfectly to deliver a clean, thudding right hand. One more time. Check it out, people.
Looking out for it because that wasn't something Fury showed. Wilder showed in the first two fights. Wilder's got
Excuse me. It wasn't a right hand. It was a left hand. I was going off of what the commentator said because I was watching the fight. It was live right now. I'm going off what's left and highlights. But we're going to go back and I'm going to let you guys see it. And then we're going to move on from there. But he was totally overmatched. Deontay Wilder, I love you, my brother. But in this situation, you were overmatched. He's been a seasoned boxer for years. You came after him. You started later than him. I don't blame you. I think you can come back and bounce back. But right now, he's just not the one for you. I think that you should dove deeper into other heavyweights. Go get Usyk, somebody like that, and then tune up, fight other fighters to try to come get your belt so that you can work on your movement and keeping your head off the line, Deontay. You did good the first and second round. You were moving. You were herky-jerky a little bit. You made the mistake and you got frustrated. You kept your head on the line. The one thing that made you lose the second fight. And Malik should have told you that. I didn't understand why you went and got a guy that Tyson whooped and you whooped. Now I watched the slow motions, and I watched the slow motion zoomed in. You didn't connect flush enough for Malik to not have got off that canvas. So you went and got a bum that got a payday off you to train you. That has never been nothing in the boxing world. Come on, man. We're going to go back. I want you, hopefully somebody tell you to watch my weird self. I'm nobody. I'm just talking. I'm expressing how I feel and what I see. I just want you to see yourself and your mistakes and how outmatched you was. You threw that one common denominator you had, Deontay, which is that atomic right. But when you're fighting a real true boxer, they know how to adjust, move, and see it before it even gets delivered. He ducked your right, pivoted on the left foot, and hit you with a clean right. That's boxing 101, my good man. So I'm going to let y'all check this out one time and shut up and let y'all see the skill level, the disrespect that this man had to endure when he was truthful and told you that he had a drug addiction. Now, I followed this guy a lot, just like Andy Ruiz. He still doesn't get the respect. This guy Tyson Fury has been a grand champion. He's the millennial champion. If you guys follow boxing, you'll know a lot of people nowadays say it's nothing, but I respect it. Watch this guy's skill set. Check out how he moves. Check out his defense. It's a lot different than a lot of these heavyweights. I believe that he's one of the only heavyweights that could have made it in the Lennox Lewis, Tyson, Holyfield, Riddick Bowe, the return of George Foreman, Moorer. I believe he would have been successful in that weight class. But here we go. Let me shut up and let y'all see. I'm gonna shut up, then I'm gonna recap off of what you guys see.
This fight, the best of the three. A total war.
For all the best boxing content, follow PBC on Fox on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you for watching. Well, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you click somewhere around here and subscribe. From fight highlights to exclusive interviews, we have got everything you need as a boxing fan right here on PBC.
Give me a second. We ain't done.
California, a new generation of the.
I'm gonna let y'all check it out, and I'm gonna let y'all know what's going on. I mean, like I said, I don't own the rights to this. They probably gonna come after me. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. But you made it public. So I'm gonna use it as what you put it out there for. Public. No disrespect. But here we go. Check it out.
Could have a very significant effect. And fatally very important for Tyson Fury. There it is there, with the front hand and the front foot. Denzel Wilder is unsure what's to follow. But again, it's Fury just closing him down, walking him down. And look at that, better from Tyson Fury, nice quick feet. Great body shot from Fury there, really took the win. Wilder, and the left hook to the side of the head there.
Exactly what I'm saying. You see the difference from the first. You're going to see the difference from the first round to the second round in the way that Deontay Wilder move, box. Hold on. I'm sorry. I said I know I'm going to let you guys check it out and I'm going to recap, but hold on. One thing I will say is this. You got to pay attention to the boxing world and the way business go and the way people are so full of shit. That go with everything, every aspect of life. Now, you see the way Deontay Wilder is moving. He's a lot bigger, a lot beefier than he was ever in his boxing career. But he gained 20 pounds. The first excuse that he said was that the costume he wore was 20 pounds. It was too heavy. It made his legs weak, right? But you just added 20 pounds. So could that be a problem? Could that be a reason why he had problems with Tyson Fury? No, that's not a problem. The reason that it was a problem because he fought a superior boxer. Somebody with more hands that didn't panic so fast, that could use their noodle. And the key with Tyson Fury is that it seems that when he get hit with a hard rocker, a right, left uppercut, a nice stiff jab, or even put on his pockets, that his mind expands. He starts to think more because fear sets in. You know, the cockiness is knocked out of you. Deontay Wilder doesn't know how to take a back seat, a backpedal, think, and realize that, nigga, you're in jeopardy like the next motherfucker's in jeopardy. Oh, shout out to my boy Kwame Brown, though. I love your podcast, Kwame. You know what I mean? You keep it 100. I love your podcast, Kwame Brown. Real talk. Hopefully I can blow up enough that we can chop it up because I don't give a fuck. I'm going to talk shit with you. You know, you big old country ass nigga. But we going to keep it real. But yeah, like I was saying, Kwame, do something about this boxing. Maybe we could tap in and discuss it further after this. But so people, y'all share, like, subscribe, you know, link in, send it to Kwame Brown, because we're going to talk that real talk. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell it to the young, I'm gonna tell it to the old, but one thing you know I'm gonna tell it, and it's gonna be real motherfucking talk. Pardon my language. So Kwame, we're gonna talk about this fight if you know, don't care talking to a regular dude about some stuff that you gonna have your opinion about. I'm gonna have my opinion about, and I ain't gonna care what you talking about if you don't agree, and you ain't gonna care what I'm talking about if I don't agree. But yeah, I think it would be entertaining, and the truth of the matter is he was outmatched. I love my brother, and I knew it from the gate, from the first fight, because I've watched Tyson Fury for years before Deontay Wilder was even thought of. So let's go back in and tap in real quick, and y'all check it out, and y'all tell me what y'all see.
Feeling the pace slightly. The sharpness has come out of his shots. Fury's been able to block a few of the body shots which were landing earlier because they were quicker. They've slowed down a bit, so Fury's able to just get that elbow in front of it. This inside clinch work definitely works out for Wilder. So for Fury, he needs to stay in this zone as long as he can, and working and grinding inside.
Well, now it's Russell Moore laying down the law to Tyson Fury. Referee not going to stand for it. Both of them have been warned now. Wilder trying to land that chopping right hand. He's gambling. Yeah, he's Tyson Fury moving away. He's not bringing him onto the shot. That's the problem you've got with Tyson Fury. He's not coming over his front foot there. He's actually moving away. You have to have phenomenal power to knock a man out. He's moving away from the right hand. He wobbled him with a jab there. Fury right down the pipe, landed clean. The crowd responding to these big swinging right straight. Twist again with upper. But it's Fury now who wants to hold on and try that. What an absolute backpack this is. Wilder just going for that swinging right hand over the top.
Like I told y'all, man, all Wilder got is that big loop of the right hand. But when he started getting hit hard and he's getting outmatched, he's going to always revert back to the fighter that he was. He started in the fighting game late. Most of these guys that are greats, they started young. He started late. He was already an adult and grown. He started fighting to make money to provide for his kids. So he was just outmatched. Now, I don't want to talk and say nothing for you people that don't know what's going on, but he showed heart. He showed heart. He showed a lot of heart. It wasn't enough, though. Now, as y'all seen, it was too easy for Fury to set Wilder up with that 1-2, 1-2-3. The jab is always a great setup in boxing. But it's a great setup when you're seasoned and you have a great combination that comes behind it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the basic combinations work just good. But the one thing that you got to understand about Tyson Fury is that Tyson Fury understands his height, his reach, and his length. And he knows how to use it. That's the epitome of a boxer. He knows how to keep his distance, to make his punches when they land effective. And that's why Deontay Wilder went down when he did. It was a setup. He set him up. Pepper, 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 little body, pepper, boom, bang, boom, uppercut. Deontay Wilder. Old dog, same trick. You're 6'6", 6'7", bro. You have no business bending down at that height. You're running into a seasoned boxer's mind. A seasoned boxer already knows this. You guys fought 3 times. You guys are acquainted. You guys know each other's habits, tendencies. You didn't apply it. You abandoned everything that Malik Scott. I don't know. I know who Malik Scott is. He hasn't impressed me, period, his career. But from following your training and all of that, Malik Scott set you up with a good situation that you could have applied and made. I would like to say you could have made that appropriate. Well, no, that's not the word I want to use. You could have applied that and made it profitable, but you didn't. You reverted right back to what he tried to get you out of doing. If you would have just kept doing what you was doing, Deontay, Mr. Bronx Bomber, from the first round, but paced yourself, that's what the heavyweights and all the champions and all the weight classes mean when they said it wasn't no disrespect when they said it's probably going to be the same outcome. You waited too long to learn how to do that. If you could have just stayed disciplined, Mr. Wilder, and kept sticking that, threw some other things other than that right hand, some hard uppercuts to the solar plex, to the navel, to the rib, then upstairs in a combination. You could have went uppercut, solar plex, left hand, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Jab, get him out your way, back him up. And if you see that he's affected by it, then you get in your crouch up under him with your movement and get back in range and feed him everything that he wants to eat, that he allows you to feed him. You didn't do that, Deontay. What you did is after he knocked you down and you knocked him 2 times, you let your ego get in the way. I don't understand it. And then for the life of me, Deontay, I don't understand why you so macho that you can't wrap up. Wrap up, bro. What's wrong with that? Wrap up. Live to fight another round. Come on, bro. You got the right-hand nuclear bomb, bro. You got the one-hitter quitter, the great equalizer, as you call it. Hold him, motherfucker. Grab him tight. Love him. Talk to him. Tell him you will be back. I don't understand you sometimes, Deontay, but you call yourself the greatest. You disrespected a lot of the best. Mike, Holyfield, you would not have been able to hold a fucking candle in their era. Riddick Bowe. Moore. Bro, knock it off. Tommy Morrison would have flatlined your ass. Check it out.
Fury is dominant, and in this 4th round, can he now go in there and finish this? How well has Deontay Wilder been able to regroup? As long as Tyson Fury doesn't
comment.
This is an over.
Let me know what y'all think. What I will ask is if y'all like, subscribe, and share for your boy one time. Come on, give me some love, y'all, man. I'm trying. I've been going through a lot. Y'all, I'm gonna let y'all in my world. I'm gonna let y'all know what depression and all that shit really do. PTSD. I'm gonna talk to y'all about that. But right now, give me some love, y'all. Like, subscribe, and share. Give your boy a little love. Also, PmanExact7 for the youngsters, the teenagers that play the video games. If you stumble on my page, I do video games. I do live YouTuber video games. You can catch me on that for the youngsters, but for the older people, y'all can catch me on any content. Sometimes it's about gangbanging, sometimes about LA, it's about Chicago, thug life. You never know where I'm gonna come from. Tap in, show your boy some love, man. Y'all tap in. If y'all hit me, y'all start giving me some love. I get monetized. Then also, whatever y'all tap in, I'll choose every week a subject from someone. And I'm also going to give out prizes and things of that nature. So give your boy some love. Rock with your boy one time. Rock with this young, handsome, slim. I'm a little rough right now. I ain't shaved up. Rock with me one time, though. Yeah, though. Yeah, in the words of my boy, yeah, though.
just swings left and right because he's never had someone as big and strong.
But let me just chill. Let y'all get a bar of this. See if y'all see what I see. Look. And the way Fury went down, that looked a little suspect to me. The way he got up and he went down twice real quick, but he just demolished him and just dominated him. I can't see that. Something's not right in the world of sports. Or this guy is truly what I've been telling people who he is, the last of the great boxers. Look at his eyes. He don't look dazed. He don't look wobbled. He look like he a little winded. And he's just a little like, let me make it look real. Because he destroys him after this. Totally obliterates this man.
Fury then just boxing that back foot, much more sensible. What he's got to do now is keep the distance and box at range. Tyson Fury just needs to kick to his front foot. He's got to keep the distance and try to keep Deontay Wilder at bay. Fury did a nice little cheeky right hand inside. Then all those little shots he can get away with. For free, breaking the rules. You need to do whatever you need to do in a battle like this to get the victory. You need to win great fights.
Look at him. Look.
It might not be cultured, but it's a great fight. Wilder's still going for it, isn't he? He's still looking for that knockout shot, that right. That's what was needed. That right hand there, that was a belting punch, John. And now it is Wilder who holds on again. He's right back in it now, Fury.
The unbelievable true story that is now the cinematic event of the year. Last Duel Friday.
Derek knows everything about helping people, but he doesn't know the first thing about how to buy a mattress.
Check it out. Yeah, though. Hello, world. Hey, yeah, though. Listen. Hopefully you guys have been keeping up. You guys are watching this, seeing what's transpiring at this moment. Fury got the first knockdown. Wilder, he got that great equalizer, man. It's like the hammer of Thor. If he hit you with it, it's going to blast your ass. The difference is you got to hit the button right. If you don't hit the button right, you're fighting a pure boxer with size and height and reach, and he know how to use it. He was outmatched from the gate. I don't see nobody that can beat him. I just had a discussion with one of my partners, my nephew. He said that Usyk is going to be the man. He's going to get all belts. I don't see him being able to outbox Fury, outbully him, or nothing. Like I told him and Anthony Joshua have an immediate rematch. Anthony Joshua is purely capable of outboxing Usyk and beating him and outpointing him. The problem with Joshua is that someone told him that he was a one-punch knockout artist, that he can knock anybody out. You are capable, fully capable. You hit hard, Joshua, but that is not your stitch. The thing that made you someone was that you were a boxer in the Olympics with power. Go back to the boxer. Shed some of that baby fat. Fuck having that beach body that I know you're lifting weights just to have. Let that shit go. You want to be you want to go down in history. You want to be the top dog in your country, because it's going to be fucking damn well hard to surpass Lennox Lewis, the man that tried to get in your camp and get in your corner that you shunned. How dare you shun Lennox Lewis? Who are you? Who the fuck raised you, AJ, Anthony Joshua? You don't shun a Lennox Lewis, especially when he's offering to better you. He don't have to better himself. He's a Hall of Famer. You want to be what he is, a champion. Come on, AJ. If you want to be better, you got to do better. I suggest you put that man in your corner, you listen to him, and you fucking model yourself after him. And one other reason, one variable why you should pay attention is because of Tyson Fury. He fucks with AS. And if you don't know who that is, that's big badass Emmanuel Stewart. And now he's dealing with his son, the same recipe, the same principle, updated with new knowledge. Bruh, who do you think Lennox was at his best when he started dealing with Emmanuel? I followed this man. I saw when Lennox had hard times. And I saw when Lennox improved and turned into a beast, a monster, a gladiator, a goat in this combat sport that we call boxing. Get it together. Welterweight, middleweight, lightweight, they blowing y'all out heavyweight. Y'all got to get it together, bro. Y'all got to start taking this serious. You guys were the big dogs forever that led this boxing extravaganza. Where are you? It's time for y'all big boys to stand up. It's time for y'all big boy trainers to stand up. Stop throwing these boys out there just for the money, to train them, to get them on camera, to get them monetized. Start loving the sport again. Put gladiators out there, not people that you got to make sure they duck so that the money keeps rolling in. See, I'm going to tell it to the young, and I'm going to tell it to the old, but I'm going to tell it, and it's always going to be real motherfucking talk. Truth. Come on, man. You guys are opening the door for the UFC to take over and be the number one combat sport. Come on, man. I love UFC. I got favorites in the UFC too, but I love boxing because I tried to indulge myself in it. I put myself in a mix of it. I put on gloves, headgear. I've been socked up. I've beat up. I've been beat up. I'm just the type of guy that can't accept the loss. So I don't do it, and I left it alone. So come on, y'all, man. Let's get this together. Like I said, like, subscribe, and share. Please give your boy some love, man. I'm trying to do big things. If I do big things, I'm going to make sure y'all do big things. I do big things. You hit me with something, and you ask me to make this the subject of the next podcast, damn for sure. I will be contacting you to know what you want to do, how you feel about it, because I'm going to tap you in and make sure you're on here with me live with your video feed. And we're going to discuss whatever it is. And we're going to tap in, let people tap in, ask questions. We're going to add in video, whatever. Love y'all, man, all the time. Give love to your boy one time. Like I said, like, subscribe, and share. PmanExact. I'm out. All the time, y'all.